Okay, our next tab is dealing with the volume of pyramids and cones. Okay, volume of pyramids and cones. So we're going to start off with my pen. Our formula in relationship to pyramids and cones is different than prisms. So whenever I'm trying to find the volume of a pyramid and cone, we're going to do 1/3 BH. Okay, again, B is the area of the base. So when dealing with the B in a pyramid, okay, or a cone, our B could end up being a rectangle, which we know is BH, base times height. It could end up being a triangle, which that would be 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2, okay? Or for a cone, we're going to have a circle. So I'm just going to do symbols instead of writing out the word. And again, to do the area of a circle, we're doing pi r squared, radius squared. So make sure we know those parts we can be using here. And then our base is still the area of the base. Our B, excuse me, is area of base. And our H in the formula represents the height. It's the height of the pyramid. Now, your height in a pyramid is perpendicular, okay? So it should go from the center to the vertex, to the very tip of the pyramid or the cone, okay? All right, so we're going to do some examples. Going through the steps to find the volume of a pyramid and cone. The first thing is, like always, we need to identify the B. It's an IDB. The B. All right. And then we're going to find the area of that B. Alright, so I'm hoping you see our base to this rectangular pyramid is right here. Our base times height would be our 5 times 6. So we have 30 meters squared. Okay. Now, after we find our base, our area of our base, we need to find the height. Find the H. Remember, our height has to go from the center. It's perpendicular. So usually if you see that box, you know where to kind of locate it. And it has to go from the center all the way up to the vertex. That means the very top of the pyramid. And that would be our 7 here. Okay? 7 is representing our H in this pyramid. So, oops, now I'm just going to go into plugging it into formula. Now, we're going to do this together because our formula is asking us to do 1/3 of the base times height. So V equals 1/3 BH. We're going to plug in our parts. I'm going to extend this page just a little bit so we can see. So I'm going to plug in the parts. We're going to do 1/3 parentheses. Our B is our 30. Our H is our 7. Just like when we did 1/2, and we want to work this out, 1/3 of 30 times 7, I could, and I know y'all know this, order of operations. That's like saying 30 times 7 divided by 3. Do your multiplication first, and then divide. So if I do my 30 times 7, I get 210. Then I divide it by 3. Sometimes on your calculator, you're going to get a fraction answer, or it might give you a decimal answer. Especially if you're dealing with decimals. This comes out nice and whole. Well, think about it, but this was 0. If this didn't exist, I wish I had a way to cover it. What's 21 divided by 3? 7. So at the 0 at the end of the 210, and our answer is 70. And this would be meters cubed. That's just some mental math, some number sense options that you can do. All right, so let's look at example 5. Remember, the first thing we have to do is find that B. Okay, here's our B right there, just kind of, and we need to find the area of that B. Let's do this over here. Since we have a triangle, we're doing base times height divided by 2. Remember, the base and the height are perpendicular to each other, so we have a 9 for the base, the 5 for the height. We're going to do 9 times 5 divided by 2. We get a decimal answer because, what's that, 45, that's 22.5. Yeah, 22.5 inches squared. Then we need to find the height of the pyramid. They're trying to show you right here that the height is the 8 inches because it's going from the base to the vertex, to the tip. So our height is 8. So now they want us to find the volume. Volume is 1/3 BH. So we're going to plug in the parts. 1/3. Our base was the 22.5. Our height was 8. And we're going to take 1/3 of 22.5 times 8. Or we're going to say 22, this is the faster way, 0.5 times 8, then divided by 3. We're definitely going to actually come out with the whole number answer. Again, because if I do 22.5 times 8, oops, that gives me 180. Divided by 3. Well, I know 3 can go in 18, so our volume is 60, and it's inches cubed. Alright, so now we're going to do the cone. Volume equals 1/3 BH. Now, our B in a cone is always a circle. So to find the B, we're doing pi r squared. What is our radius? Yep, it's that 4.2. So we're going to keep pi in our answer. We're not going to convert to 3.14 or round. So pi times 4.2 squared. And I think we just did this on the problem before if you were using the video earlier. So our B is going to be 17.64 pi. That's r squared. And then what we need is we need the height. Remember, our height goes from our center to the vertex. And we see that the height is 8. Alright, so we're going to just plug it into the formula. We're going to keep pi in our answer. So we're going to do 1/3 of our 17.64 pi times our height, which is 8. Well, I can really just say I'm doing 17.64 pi times 8 divided by 3. Okay, now, remember we're going to keep pi in our answer, so just worry about the numbers. Do your 17.64 times 8. Get that decimal. So that's 141.12, I believe, pi, and then we're going to divide by 3. So when we're dividing by 3, really we're just dividing the 141.12 by 3 and then keeping pi in our answer. So that would get us basically 247.04 pi. Keep pi in your answer. This would be yards cubed. That's our volume. Alright, that takes care of examples 4 through 6. And all we have left really is 13 through, what was it, 13 through the last tab. Effects have changed, 13 through 15. Alright, thanks guys. Go to the next video.